Hi my dearest traders, and a warm welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to see you once again in today's new video. So in today's video, I am going to be trading with a parabolic SAR indicator. I'm going to start with an initial deposit of $37 and try and hit my goal for today, which is around $7,000 to $8,000. Hopefully by the end of the video, I'm able to hit my goal. Stay tuned until the end of the video because you might like how the trade goes and you might like my trading strategy. Let me find my first entry point. So I'd like to briefly describe this indicator and what to rely on when choosing an entry point. So as you can see, the indicator is presented with green dots that are located under the chart or above it. And as you can see, when these points are located above the chart, the price shows a good decrease. In this situation, you can see we have a bounce down from the resistance level. So in this situation, I can open a deal for a decrease. And also on the contrary, when these points are located under the chart, the price shows a good growth, and in this situation I can open a price increase. At the same time, if you look at the situation with a trade, you can see that in such a situation the indicator often changes its location and appears under the chart or above it. That is, in such a situation the indicator is not particularly informative, therefore we'll avoid such situations. And as you can see, the price has just made an impulse down from the marked level and the parabolic points appeared above the chart. That is, already in the situation I can open a deal for a decrease. So these are the main points that we're looking at in today's situations. Let me find my first entry point. Here you can see that we have a very good and confident rising trend, and at the moment the price shows me a good growth and the parabolic points appear under the chart. Here I'm going to open a trade for an increase since the indicator lets me understand the price has a good growth potential. Also, as you can see here at the price, there is a certain resistance zone which so far does not allow me to go higher. That is, here we have some kind of compression of this zone, and I think that in the near future the price will break through it and go higher. Just now, as you can see, the price is already showing a good growth. Let me look at the chart and see what will happen in the next minute. Well, this is great, friends. You can see the price shows a good growth, and despite the drop in prices, here you can see that my deal closes above the entry point and I got a very good profit. Let me continue and see what happens on the market next. If you have any questions concerning today's trades, you can ask them in my private chat in Telegram channel, which you can join by going under this video. It has a link to my personal chat. You write me with the code word money team and I'll add you to this private chat. As you can see further here, there is some kind of suffocation on the chart while the parabolic points are still located under the chart. Therefore, here I'm going to open a deal again for an increase, since as you can see the price has already tried to break through the resistance level, also until the last price maximum, and now we have a long distance. That is, all this tells me the price has a good potential for a growth, and there's a high probability that in the near future the price will continue to move up according to the rising trend. Let me wait for the results. This is awesome, friends. You can see that the price shows a good growth, and here I got a very confident plus. In this situation, you can see the indicator was right again and told me a good entry point, and also you can see the time of the transaction was chosen correctly here. So let me continue and find more working situations. So here you can see we have a resistance level at the top of the price, and at the moment the price touches this level, you can see a new parabolic point appears above the chart. So here I'm going to open a deal on a decrease, since earlier, as you can see from this level, the price showed a strong decrease, and you can see we saw a reaction here. Longer red candlesticks began to appear on the chart. I think in the near future the price will show a decrease, then it's possible for it to continue to move up, and at such a decrease I'll try and earn very good profit. Let me wait for the end of this trade. This is awesome, friends. As you can see, the price moves according to my scenario and makes a great jump down from the resistance level. That's here I got a very confident plus. Also, as you can see, the indicator was right again and gave me a great entry point. So I'm going to propose to continue and consider other trading situations. So here you can see the price moved along the downward trend, but from the last price minimum the price goes up. Here I'm going to open a deal for an increase, since the indicator points appear under the chart. Also, as you can see earlier, the price was moving quite rapidly, mainly with red candlesticks, but lately you can see the price has slowed down and more green candlesticks have appeared on the chart. Also, now you can see that the price is already showing a good growth here. That is, all these points indicate the price has a good potential for an increase, and I think that in the near future the price will continue to move up. Let me wait for the results. Don't forget to support my channel by liking the video, sharing this video, and subscribing down below to my channel. Well, this is awesome, friends. As you can see, the price moves according to my scenario and shows a good growth here. Thus here I got a very confident plus. Also, 1 minute was enough time for this. Let me continue and find another trading situation. So here we have a confident rising trend, and the price breaks through the resistance level with an impulse. At the same time, the indicator point is located under the chart. Here I'm going to open a deal for an increase because I think the price will continue to move up. Also, as you can see, the main price minimums on the chart are increasing, and also you can see the level breakthrough that says this, that with a greater probability the price will continue to move up in the upcoming trend, and I'm hoping 1 minute will be enough time for this. Let me wait for the results. Well, this is awesome, friends. You can see the price shows a good growth, and here I got a confident plus. You can see 1 minute was enough time for this, and you can see right now I have almost $700 on my deposit. This is a great result. Let me continue. So here the price moves along the downward trend, and at the moment it goes down with an impulse. In this situation, I'm going to open a deal for a decrease since the parabolic points appear above the chart. Also, as you can see, we have formed several impulsive red candlesticks in a row here, and now the price is much lower than the last price minimums. All these points indicate that the price has a good potential for a decrease. I think in the near future the price will continue to move down, and at such a decrease I'll try and earn very good profit. Let me wait for the results. This is great, friends. You can see the price made a strong impulse down, and thus this transaction brought me very good profit. In this situation, you can see the indicator did not let me down. It helped me find a very good entry point, and the time chosen was correct. Let me continue. Here you can see we have a good confident rising trend, and the price goes beyond the resistance level. At the same time, the indicator points are located under the chart. Therefore, here I'll open a deal to increase the price, since as you can see the price has already tried to break through the marked level several times, and I think in the near future I'll see a full breakthrough of this level. At such a price increase here I'll try and earn very good profit, and I'm thinking 1 minute will be enough time for this. Let me wait and see what will happen in the near future. Well, this is not bad at all. As you can see, in 1 minute the price does not have enough time to show a large growth, but at the same time you can see my deal closes above the entry point, and here I got a very good profit. Thus I already have $2,000 on my deposit. I'm confidently reaching my trading goal. Let me find more situations. Here you can see at the bottom we have the support level, and the price from this level went up with an impulse. In this situation, I'm going to open an increasing transaction since the indicator points are located under the chart. Also, as you can see earlier, from this level the price went up with an impulse and showed good growth, and also now we saw a reaction in this area, and at the moment an impulsive green candlestick appears on the chart. That is, I understand the price has a good potential for a growth. I think in the near future the price will continue to move up. Let me wait for the results of this trade. This is awesome, friends. You can see the price shows a good growth, and here I got a very confident plus. Also, you can see that in this situation the indicator was right again, and 1 minute was enough time for this. Let me continue. So as you can see here, the price is moving along the rising trend, and from the support level it goes up. In this situation, I'm going to open a deal for 2 minutes for an increase since the parabolic points are located under the chart. Also, until the maximum point on the chart, you can see there is still a long distance. At the same time, you can see earlier the price has already passed this level with an impulse, and now the price was able to hold near it and began to move up. All these points just indicate the price has a good growth potential, and I think that in the near future the price will continue to move up according to the rising trend. Also, in this situation, I use 2 minutes with a margin, taking into account the possibility of a trade or a drop in the price, and right now you can see such a drop. But let me wait for the results of this trade. This is quite excellent. You can see that the price goes above my entry point, and here I got a very good profit. As you can see, I already have $8,000 on my deposit. My trading goal for the day has been fulfilled. I'll fix the profit and leave the market. That was quite good and quite awesome. All the trades today worked out quite well. As you saw, I was able to use the indicator signals to find good entry points on the market. Of course, I wasn't only relying on the indicator, but using technical analysis first before using the indicator signals, which I always advise you to do. If you have any questions concerning today's trades, you can ask them in my private chat in Telegram channel, which you can join by going under this video. It has a link to my personal chat. You write me with the code OneMoneyTeam and I'll add you to this private chat. And don't forget to support my channel by liking the video, sharing this video and subscribing down below to my channel. Until next time, good luck in your trades. Bye bye.